Today, I have a special treat for a stream. I got a friend of mine here who would like to share a story from his D&D session. Please do enjoy. If you come in late and see this on YouTube, that'll be perfect. If you get here...
Hello.
3, 2.
I'll let you finish, dude.
Jeez. No, it's fine. I'll play my game now. You talk.
Okay.
Story.
So, damn, we keep talking over each other. Hello. I am. Just call me Triple H for the point of this story. This campaign takes place in 5th edition. Okay, for those who play D&D. To be more exact, this takes place in Waterdeep. The party, at the moment of the story, consisted of 8 members, so it was a pretty large party. My character was a Azamar Paladin, Azamar being half angel. The next character was our gnome wizard, who was a noble. He is... I don't know how to describe him. He's just a bit full of himself. Let's just leave it at that. Also, I apologize if you can't hear me fully. Yeah. But, then there is Elkazar Jones. He's a ranger rogue. He is the person that's helping us through the dungeon. Because this is the dungeon of the Mad Mage. And our DM likes to add stuff that wasn't even in it in the first place. You heard that, right? The wasn't even in the first place part.
I don't know, man. I'm playing a game. I'm trying to kill you.
But the story is one of the things that he added. Another character, we have a tranquil monk who is also a Azam.
A monk?
Yeah, she's a tranquil monk.
What's the difference between a normal monk and a tranquil monk?
Okay, so every monk, well, every class has a subclass, an archetype. My character, right. Mason, the paladin.
Some of these people
he
might
was
not know
a
anything
paladin
about
of the.
D&D.
What?
Some of these people might not know anything about D&D. You need to tell us.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I should probably go more.
Yeah.
Detailed.
Like, yeah, exactly, man. You're not giving us anything.
It's story time, so shut up.
Like all these Brawlhalla people are gonna know what that is.
So Waterdeep is a coastal town. Okay.
Okay, coastal.
Is not. Yeah, so it's on the edge of the sword. It's on the Sword Coast. Okay.
Okay.
The Dungeon of the Mad Mage. So, give me a second. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go after this story, sadly. Trap.
Sounds like people are gonna have to come to the video after the stream.
Yeah.
For this.
Yeah, sorry. But, in the world of D&D, there's the above ground, then there's the underground. It's known as the Underdark, okay? Shut up, you!
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, there's a backseat driver in the...
Not a problem.
Yeah. But it's known as the Underdark, okay? And this is where the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, that is.
Okay.
So, we have an Aarakocra Barbarian. Aarakocras, think of them as bird people, okay? They have people shape, they have wings, but they're not thumbs on the wings.
Wing.
Okay?
No thumbs.
Yeah. Just 2 claws, then that. Then we have our human fighter, who was a samurai as his archetype. So he was all about being difficult. Okay, and he had he would wield a longsword and he would wield a pickaxe.
A pickaxe? Why would he wield a pickaxe?
A war pick, not a pickaxe.
Oh, war pick. That's different.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Not a pickaxe, guys. A war pick.
Yes, there's a big difference between the two. Especially if you get in an argument with a dwarf about it, because then dwarves will argue about it all the way to Timbuktu.
Oh my. Timbuktu.
Just we've had that argument with the dwarf. Then there was Dilla. So in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, we found a group of adventurers that were frozen in stone by a basilisk.
Oh,
which
that's
can do
always
that.
Fun.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And
you know.
No, they're not fun. I'm glad that was dead when we found it.
So fun.
But we found her and we set her free from the stone.
Ugh.
So she is a dragonborn, dragon blood sorcerer. So how sorcerers work is that they know magic innately just from their bloodlines. Okay? So sorcerers, if you're a sorcerer, you will know magic. There's no getting around that.
That's cool.
Wizards, they study magic. And Ignatius, the gnome wizard in our party, was a war wizard. So he focused on war magic, combat magic. Yes, it's a archetype in Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
Are there like merchant magicians?
No. In Waterdeep, if you're a wizard, you have to be with the tower guard, okay? Or else you can get handicapped by like lack of information and stuff like that. So he went war wizard because that was, well, the player himself never played a war wizard and he would just want to try it.
Oh, I did that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Also we had a elven cleric of death. No, not death, grave. I'm not, he is.
So he was of the grave?
Shut
Is that what you're telling me?
So the difference between
like a
Death Domain
necromancer?
Cleric and Grave Domain Cleric is that the Death Domain focuses on necromancy and raising the
See,
dead.
I called it. He's a necromancer.
Yeah, basically.
So you have a, paladin and a necromancer? How did that go?
No, she's a Grave Domain, not a Death Domain. So the Grave Domain is all about keeping people alive or keeping the dead dead.
Okay.
That's how I like to phrase it.
That was a pretty good way.
Yeah, like, there's a cantrip, okay? So how, in this game, in D&D, how it works is there is spell levels, okay? So there's, like, cantrips are considered level 0 spells.
Okay. So
You can cast as many cantrips as you want.
Without having any level. Is it possible to have a level 0 character in here?
No, you always, whenever you make a character, you always start it at level 1, okay?
Okay, maybe you need to explain to them spell slots.
Okay, so how spell, so say I'm a level 1 wizard. So, as a wizard, I know a certain amount of level 1 spells, so I can only cast 2 level 1 spells. And it can be any spells I can choose that I know. Let's say I get to level 3 and I get access to second level spells. So say I want to make that first level spell that I know more powerful. I would cast it at the second level. Yeah. Shut up, you. And
What?
so on
Some people
and
would
so
be
forth.
so surprised by this information.
But
There was once upon a time
different
when I was
classes have
Don't you
different
remember how
spell
that felt?
options. Shut up, you backseat driver! Why are you in a basket? Sit on the bed and be quiet, please. I will put a video on just so you can shut up. No, I don't. So different classes have different spell options. So say our cleric. So classes all have spell lists that they can choose from, okay? So the clerics and the paladins and the druids, they can choose from the whole list, but they can only know so many. Warlocks,
So they get lots of
sorcerers.
choices, but You know, just like in the real world, you can only learn so much.
Yeah, but they can switch through it every morning. They can change their spells every morning.
Isn't that fun?
But
wouldn't it be cool, guys, if you were if you were able to be good at a couple things every day, and you got to choose what those couple things were? It'd be so cool. These are reasons to play D&D.
Yes, because it also helps you with math and education.
Wow. It's the smart game. Play it to be smart, guys.
But
you want to be smart, just play D&D.
But another thing is that sorcerers, warlocks, until they level up, they only know these certain specific spells that they choose. Okay? So if you're a warlock, if you pick 4 spells when you're level 1, you know those spells until you level up and you can change them. Okay? But wizards are a bit different. So, wizards, they have a massive, and I'm saying massive, spell list that they can choose from, but they have a book. So, they add spells from their list to the book, and they're able to cast spells from that book, but, once again, they can only know so many, okay? But I'm getting derailed. So, our party, our 8-man party, was in this dungeon, which was in the Underdeep, the Underdark, whatever. So, and lists of things that we did. We saved the Dello, the Dragonborn that was stuck in the stone. We also killed a white dragon, okay? A young adult
white
one.
Dragon?
Yeah, we killed a young adult white dragon. No, he was an adult white.
This guy's doing a D&D session right now, and they just got out of, fighting some guards, and then they came out of it, and they had, freaking dragon scales that they're gonna make armor out of, and some other legendary stuff they're gonna make a weapon out of. I'm sitting there like, what the heck? What?
Oh,
Damn.
Speaking of legendary items, so you know what our wizard was armed with?
Oh my goodness, please tell.
He had a robe of the Archmage.
Hey, we got a viewer join. Cheers, mate.
Oh, really?
Welcome to the stream.
So I wasn't just talking to you?
Well, no, someone just joined just now.
Okay. So, hello. Shut up, you.
Anyway, you were saying about the wizard. The wizard had what? What was the wizard
So,
using?
the robe of the Archmage is a legendary item.
A legendary item. Okay, well, what was it made out of? How did they get the robe?
We found it. We found it in the dungeon. Okay. We had to defeat 4 shield guardians, which are basically giant golems. Okay, that were made of armor and metal.
And they were just guarding this cloak?
Yeah. So let me tell you what this robe does, because I've memorized certain magical items.
Okay.
This is what the robe of the Archmage does. So how D&D works is that every character has an armor class. Okay.
So they have defensive stats based on that, right? Explain how the defensive classes work.
So different classes are proficient in different armor.
Okay,
so
different armors.
Me as a paladin is proficient in heavy armor, and that's what I like to use.
Okay.
So I like to wear full plate.
Full plate.
And full plate gives me 18 AC.
Tank, dude.
Well, not now, but when I get the dragon scale, oh god, I'm even harder. So, I have a fighting style as a paladin that boosts whenever I'm wearing armor by 1.
Hey,
so
Nasa! Welcome.
So that AC 18 becomes an AC 19. And then I know more spells that allow me to boost my armor class. Give me a second.
Yeah, I like water. I'm not sure that there's really a taste to it. Sometimes when there's other things in the water, it kind of tastes, but that's, it kind of depends. I got a little bit bored with this guy.
So basically, I made this character to be very difficult to wound. So,
bet.
the Robe of the Archmage.
What happened with the Archmage?
So, the Robe of the Archmage gives the wizard a 14 plus dexterity modifier for an AC. So, there is 6 core stats in the game. There's strength, there's dexterity, there's constitution, there's intelligence, wisdom, and then charisma. Okay?
That's just wrong. What?
What's it? Somebody did something in your match?
Yeah, the stupid hitbox for that ability that he uses is just enormous. Obnoxiously so.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I'll feel like I hit something, but then I didn't, and then I will get hit when I didn't.
Yeah. So I was like, I was just outside of it, and it still hit me, and I was like, oh. I thought I dashed back far enough, but... Nope!
So there are racial boosts. So say the gnome has boosts to the dexterity and their intelligence, but every stat can only be capped at 20 unless you get magical items that boost it further. That cap. So the wizard, they wanted their primary to be intelligence because that's their spellcasting ability modifier. Every spellcasting class has a ability modifier that it uses for that spellcasting. Okay. So then Ignatius had his dexterity as his second highest. So that made his AC equivalent to plate armor because he had a dexterity. Actually, no, it was 15, not 14. I was off by 1. Damn it. So he had an armor wall he had an armor class to plate wearing that robe. Another thing that it did was whenever he had to make a save that involved magic, he got advantage. So how this game works is you have a D20, okay? Whenever you want to do most things, you gotta roll. And you add up whatever modifiers that you have to that roll. So if you have advantage, you not only take one, but you take a second one, and you roll them, and you take the better. This is a huge thing. So
yeah, because if you roll a 1 on one of your rolls and you roll like a 6 on the other, you just take the 6.
Yeah. But for me, whenever I roll with advantage, that never helps me for some reason.
That's like the difference in this game of having like someone who can just hit you with like one move once in a while, and then someone who can like every time they hit you, they combo you 5 times. That's like the guy in the game gets to choose to combo you 5 times instead of hitting you just the once on occasion. That's like the advantage you're getting. It's pretty huge.
So, in this dungeon, our party killed a white dragon. So in D&D, dragons, you don't mess with them. Not on a whim. So, there is chromatic dragons, which are considered evil dragons. Then there's metallic dragons, that are considered the good guys. So, we killed a adult white dragon. So, that, I may have gone down once or twice during that fight, because it was hiding in darkness that nobody could see.
That's insane. A white dragon was hiding in darkness.
So we fought manticores in this room. Okay, so this is a very large room. Okay, like 100 by 20. No, not 20. 100 by like 40. And there was permanent darkness above 20 feet above us. That also goes for another 40 feet. So it took us a bit to kill that thing, but we killed it nonetheless, and we skinned it for the scales because my character knew that you can make armor out of dragon scales. He just doesn't know how to.
Wow.
Yeah, just because you're a blacksmith doesn't mean you know how to smith certain stuff.
So,
but we do some things down there. We get alcohol. We bring back up. So, to get to the dungeon of the Mad Mage, you have to go through a bar. Okay, Darn it, which is the name of the barkeeper. We get up. with our alcohol and such, and we plan to do what we need for the week. And as we're trying to leave, some dudes are trying to tell us, "Hey, let us buy you a drink. Let us buy you a drink." And we rolled insight, and we could tell that something was off. Like, why are you wanting this? We don't know. We were a bit confused. So, as we leave, with alcohol in tow, we start heading to our manor. And in Waterdeep, we owned a manor that also had a bar in it. Okay, so we made money off of that. So, we start heading there. Then, a few streets down from the manor, we see guards rushing. You see, our party was already friendly with the guards. We saved the town of Waterdeep from a very, very corrupt lord. Okay? So, if we see guards, we're helping. So, we send the Aircockle who could fly really fast. Then we used a spell that allowed us to communicate with him. Okay? And when we communicate with him, he tells us that we need to get there now because we're being attacked.
Oh no.
Which, we've been attacked before.
Okay. What were you attacked by before?
People, we've been attacked by a crime guild.
Oh, okay. They get in trouble with crime too. What the heck?
So, as an Azamar, aka Half Angel, I used an ability that allowed me to get wings.
You're a Half Angel. What the heck? Where did that come from?
I said that at the start of the story time.
I
As
thought
I was
you said you
describing
were
the character.
like a paladin of some kind.
I'm an Azamar paladin.
Yeah. What's an Azamar?
An Azamar is a Half Angel, or
Okay, see, well,
a
not
human
everyone's
that
gonna
has
know
a lot
these
of
things.
angelic blood.
Okay.
So,
what's that? You might need to repeat that.
So, just because your granddaddy had sex with an angel doesn't mean that their child won't be a half angel. Angelic blood is very, very confusing.
Huh.
So sometimes it will take a while for it to repeat, or it won't even ever show up.
Wow. But your character was lucky enough to be one. That's pretty cool.
The thing is, he's actually the oldest one in the party. He's 132.
Whoa. Hey, we got some people almost that old.
But, so using this ability, I grew wings. I got a halo.
Does he have his, does he have his 401k?
Shut up.
Do you get support for being an old fart?
No.
That's too bad.
Shut up.
You saved the whole town and they won't support you?
Well, it's because he's already capable.
What? He's capable, but he's an old man.
He's not.
That's
so
like saying...
Azamar's lifespan is 180 years.
Damn, dude, he's
only
got 50 years left.
Yeah.
Damn, that's old as fuck.
But let's get back to the story. So,
alright.
The Aircockle bird person, the barbarian in our party, is hovering above, trying to figure out what's going on. I roll our rogue ranger, who climbs up the roof, because he can do that.
Okay.
Rolls a perception check. He does not see a thing.
Up the roof.
I fly over him. I see a thing. I see
the
guys.
What's the thing?
I see the guys that tried to get us a drink.
That's a thing? People are things now, guys.
Sorry.
So you saw the guys that were trying to get you drinks. And they're attacking us.
These were the guys that... No, so I land intimidatedly because Paladin, Great Axe, Angel Wings. I barely get to use it. They said that we weren't supposed to be here.
What?
And they say that let's test his metal boys. Then we roll initiative.
What? They attack you?
Well, yeah, because we see the manor is a bit on fire, and that the glass is...
But these are the guys that attacked the manor?
No, these weren't the guys from before. This is a completely different group.
So why they attack you right away?
Well, because they were meant to stall us. and they're still stalling.
What?
So the rest of the party is in a wagon, and they're trying to get here as fast as we can, as they can. So I'm holding off 3 guys. So my character has a really cool weapon that
I thought you were a capable old man.
I'm a very capable old man, but we don't know how many people are in.
Guys, then.
So I have this great axe, okay? And so in this game, there's multiple types of damage. There's slashing, there's piercing, there's magical fire, there's magical ice, there's necrotic, and there's radiant, okay?
I'm 21.
This axe,
He's,
whenever I hit
underage.
a target... Oh, somebody asked the chat?
Yeah.
Okay. But this axe has the ability, whenever I hit a target, I get hit points back equal to a D10.
Oh, that's
which
pretty
I
cool.
also
He's
do
got
in damage.
lifesteal.
Yeah, and that's why I love it. The thing is, it's random, so I might get a lot of hit points back, I might not get a lot.
Okay. So
That's
it's
right.
kind of, it varies.
Yeah.
A variable
So,
lifesteal. But it's still good. I mean, hey, life back.
yeah,
that's a
it's
bonus,
still
right?
good. It's still an extra D10 to the D12 that is already a great axe. So, we fight those. The party arrives in a bit after me and the bird person wiped the 3 of them because the bird person was flying in the sky, circling, trying to figure out what was also going on. The party heads inside the building, and we see important people. So, in D&D, there is this dude named Bolothan. Okay, he's a very famous writer. Okay,
What?
and he
You guys
is
just get
a
to see a famous guy like that.
well, he likes
so
to
cool.
he likes to be in our patron. He's one of our patrons. He gets a lot of peace. He never gets peace, so he comes here to our manor to drink and work on his book and have some peace. We also had our chef, who was also knocked out. Then we also had there was a previous campaign that we were part of. So the DMs had to switch. So characters had to be swapped. So
Okay.
we left one character at the bar to keep it running as we were out adventuring. Okay, and he is Shatner. He is a elven bard. And he's also knocked out.
What? He got knocked out? How did he
So-
get knocked out?
And as we enter, we see the room is... Oh, you gotta let me finish.
Sorry, no,
So
I got
in the
kicked
center of the
into a
room-
bomb, sorry.
Oh, okay, that's fine. In the center of the room, well, on the bar, we got some alcohol a while ago, okay? And it is really addictive. Like, I mean, just a sip makes you want more. That's how strong
man,
it is.
That's pretty... That's like
And we see one of the kegs of this really strong alcohol out. And we see a pile of people trying... Well, some of them are, like, dead. Some of them are still alive somehow, and one of them is just trying to get more. Then we see 2 figures. Right next to the fireplace. We see this
Those
tall
same
burly
two.
man. He looks to be like a half-dwarf.
Okay.
And this other figure is a wizard type. He has a tattoo of a red dragon on his head. Coming down with the tail coming down his neck.
Well, isn't that... conspicuous?
So we engage them. So you know what the wizard starts off the fight with?
Okay, what?
A Cone of Cold.
What?
For those that don't know, Cone of Cold is a 5th level spell. And it hits hard. And we made our saves. Those that made our saves were still standing. Those that didn't were really hurt.
I can imagine.
So-
Jeez.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
he just starts
our
with that
barbarian-
shit?
yeah, he starts the fight off with that shit.
That's
so,
like, that's
our
pretty
barbarian-
typical for...
Yeah.
Tell them about the stereotype of the wizard. How he always starts
So-
with like a fireball or some bullshit like that.
So, yeah, there's the stereotype of the wizard just doing something really destructive. That's
Like,
not
he
a very
has
good
a
idea.
million things he can do, and he always throws out the hardest, biggest, scariest spell he has on the first
Yeah, they're
littlest
wizards.
occasion ever. That's the
So-
wizard.
In D&D, wizards are a force to be reckoned with. They are the glass cannons.
Yeah,
'Kay.
like they'll see a chicken on the road, and the wizard will be like, Fireball! And it's just a chicken.
Oh yeah, because a freaking chicken could beat the D6 hit dice that they have.
Yeah, I know, it's horrible. A chicken can kill a wizard. That can happen, yes. This is the game of
Yes.
D&D.
It would take a few rounds, but it would happen.
Dungeons and Dragons.
But our barbarian or monk get to the brawler one, the half-dwarf. And so our monk has the habit of stunning a target, where they make a save, and if they fail to save, they are stunned, which means all attacks on them have advantage, and they can't do anything until their next turn. And this brawler half-dwarf did that every single punch.
What? Oh no.
This was a custom class.
Alright.
So, our fighter gets in there and gets to move our friends out of the building, because we don't want them to get hurt in this fight. So,
Of course not, jeez.
then, after a few rounds, they teleport away, leaving nothing. Not a trace.
Wow.
Yeah. So, we get to waking those. We get to wake up unconscious people, and they informed us that, hey, some people went down into the wine cellar and pulled out that keg that we didn't want people to get. And that we were hit. And that our treasury that had all the money, all the treasure that we acquired previously in that dungeon was gone.
Oh no.
So, we take some time. We are friends with the guards, okay? Because our tranquil monk is the girlfriend to the captain of the guard in our area.
Okay. They're girlfriends.
So,
we can get
yeah.
girlfriends in D&D.
So, our rogue, the ranger rogue, says that he can try and figure out as much as he can. Because Shatner said he saw the insignia of the gang. So, he goes around, does his week of trying to figure out who the hell these people are. Okay? So, me and a few other people do various things. So, I go pit fighting. So, in this game, you can earn cash by spending work weeks. Okay? I spent a few work weeks. And I noticed something during my pit fighting. I noticed the half-dwarf sitting in the stands on my 8th day. So, he offers up to fight. He puts on his brass knuckles, and I entice him to take them off for a fair fight. Fisticuffs.
Oh.
So, and as the Birdbarian is watching this, so we duke it out, bare knuckles, but I was still wearing my armor. And what I was doing was I was trying to grab him. So then he would have to use his next turn to try and break free of that grapple if I got it.
Okay.
And if he failed, I would punch him with advantage.
Right,
It didn't last too long. I didn't even. So to the DM, I didn't even get him to half health, and I was doing some pretty decent damage. So he eventually knocks my lights out. He pours a potion of healing down my throat, and I stand back up. And we do that thing in anime where two very muscular characters, this macho handshake, where both of them are just trying to crush each other's hands. Unsuccessfully.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
And
classical manly moment.
Yeah. Arr! Glory! But the half-dwarf leaves. And he follows, and the barbarian follows the half-dwarf in the sky. And eventually finds one of the places that he is. And our rogue ranger gets information on it. The gang. So what we learned is this. Who hit us was a new gang in Waterdeep.
Oh my gosh.
They were merciless. They killed innocent civilians and guards just to hit us.
What? That's horrible. They're like a
And they will do
villain
anything.
squad.
So then, our rogue and our monk with the wizard go to the place where the barbarian followed the dwarf, which was under in the underground. So in Waterdeep, the guards don't give rat asses what happens underneath the streets.
Aww.
They really don't. So as our wizard casts greater invisibility, actually no, just regular invisibility, on the rogue and the monk, and they investigate, and they find the half-dwarf and they talk with him. Okay, the half-dwarf is under control of the wizard type. So he says that when we inevitably fight him, he will be trying his hardest because he has to follow every order that he is given. But that doesn't mean he can't do anything that he wasn't told not to. So that's why he was talking to us. Okay. And he told us where we can find his master. And before we did that, we went to a blacksmith that we knew, me and the barbarian, and we made a deal with the blacksmith to make two sets of white dragon scale armor. That was plate mail.
So that's how you're gonna use the armor then.
Well, yeah, we didn't get it for the fight though, sadly.
Aww.
Yeah, but we follow the orders and we find a way to a building. Okay, well, we found underground, that is. So we open the doors, and we immediately smell out suspicious. Because we see these human-sized statues, armor. And they are dead still. And Elkazar slowly makes his way through the room. He gets to the other side and sees this jade door with ornate dragon carving. And is locked. And we've dealt with golems and statues before.
Yeah.
So so the statues were just suspicious. So we came up with the idea. We picked them up and we would put them in a pile. Carefully, as not to damage any of them. And so the rogue convinces the wizard to cast a spell that allows it to create a disc that he can put one of the statues on. And he takes it out of the room. As about half the party, the fighter types, are in the room doing the statue lifting. And putting them in the corner. Because our wizard knew a spell that would do a lot of damage to them. It's called Shatter. Golems don't like it.
I can imagine.
So, as the statue leaves the room, he comes alive, along with the rest of the statues.
Oh no.
So, then we roll initiative. The statues, what they do, one of them, the one that got pulled outside, gets down, off the thing, walks back in, and closes the door to the room. Locking...
You're trapped in there.
Yeah, so me, the fighter, and the barbarian are in the room with 15-odd statues. The real kicker was that whenever we opened the door and shot spells into the room, no spells would get into there.
What? None? It's a spell-proof zone?
Yeah, it was a...
That's like a death trap. That's the moment y'all die.
No, we kept...
How did you survive it?
Well,
Wait.
we just fought them off eventually.
Okay. You gotta tell this story next time. On the next episode of Story Time with Triple H
Okay.
Taker.
I will.
Yeah. Alright, man. Have a great night.
Actually,
Thank you so much.
I might not be on tomorrow, so...
Well, no, not
We'll
tomorrow.
see what
You know, I don't stream every day.
Yeah, that's understandable, but we'll figure it out
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
Today, I will give you a due, and I must take my leave.
Yeah, well, have a great night, man.
Which I personally hate cliffhangers.
No,
Good
but
night, A90.
it's good to keep the attention.
Goodbye.
Cheers. Good night, everyone.